Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I got a little story to tell you guys because something pretty cool happened yesterday, and I don't know, it really affected me, so I wanted to pass that on to you guys. But before that, I got a little surprise for you, so let's get to it. Well, would y'all looky here. One of my little baby rabbits. Just wanted to show y'all. See if I can get a better angle. I know. You want to go back to mama? Look at that joke. Can't let him get away from you. Look at this. One of my baby rabbits that I just hatched out. Oh my goodness. Man, I got my mind on those turkeys. But I think this one is a girl. Or doe, I should say. And this is another one. Ooh, she almost got away from me. And I think this one's a doe as well. They're really active right now. I'm gonna put her back. And I got one more. And I think this one is a male or a buck, as it would be called. Look at that. So yeah, before we talk today, I figured I'd show you the rabbits. I don't really show them very often, but they are here, and I really am excited about these new babies that I'm adding to the homestead. And as y'all know, so I don't really use the rabbits for meat. I can in the future, but I don't right now. And so they're basically I need them for the manure for my gardens, or I put the manure in my compost. And it doesn't need to be composted. Rabbit manure can be taken straight to the garden, but sometimes I throw it in the compost just to add some more oomph to the compost with the chicken manure and the rabbit manure and the shavings and the wood chips and the leaves and all, and the food and all that stuff. It just makes for a really nice compost. Rabbit manure is that's the bee's knees. All right, I'm gonna walk y'all over here real quick and show y'all a couple more things, and then we'll get into my adventure yesterday. All right, so I haven't talked about my asparagus for a while, but as you can see there, at least I hope you can see, they are popping up. So this is year 2 asparagus, so I won't harvest anything this year either, and they're still small, you know, small ones popping up all over the place. There's a little one popping up right there, and so that is pretty doggone cool. I think I'm looking forward to letting them grow out this year, and then year 3 I'll start harvesting a few. I gave up on them onions, but they trying to do something. They won't probably amount to much, but you know, I figure if I keep talking bad about them, they might get mad at me and start growing a little bit. But they trying. And over here, I got some. I cleared out another 3 beds, so I got those ready, and they are ready to be planted in. I'm going to be putting some lettuce and some squash in these 3 beds right here. And this cabbage is coming along Look at that. They looking good. Last but not least, my carrots. Woo! These jokers, they loving this weather that we got. Still not too big yet. Let me pull one out of here. See? Still not too big yet, but they are growing. Let me get one of these orange ones up out of here. See that? But I'll leave these in the raised bed for a little while longer, probably another month maybe, and then I'll be able to clear this bed out and plant something else in it. The chickens come running when they see me with some green in my hand. I just throw it down there and let them have at it. That one snuck around the side. Look at it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Big Bertha says she coming through. He said, move out the way. All right, so let me tell you about yesterday. Something happened yesterday, a series of events, and it really moved me. It really did. It really did. And I hope that sharing this story with you could possibly move you as well. So yesterday, I'm working in the garden, right? And that's when I was doing those beds. I was clearing those beds and laying those beds. And this gentleman comes in. I'd already talked to him about it, but he dropped off these logs for me, right? Because I had put a post on Facebook about, and if you're not following me on Facebook, follow me on Facebook. I got a lot of content on Facebook and Instagram. But anyway, back to the story. So he came to drop these logs off to me. We'd already talked about it. I put a post on Facebook saying that I had just put in another chip drop request for some logs. So they were cutting down trees over here behind me. And so, you know, he's right around the corner. So they were like, he was like, hey, I can bring you some logs if you want some. I was like, bet. So he brings me these logs, you know, and so as he's dumping the logs off, my neighbor comes over, right? And so my neighbor, he's walking over and, you know, he doesn't walk over here very often, maybe only 2 or 3 times since I've lived here. And he said, hey, your address is blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah. He said, hey, they put your mail in my mailbox. I was like, oh, man, that's nice of you for bringing it over, you know? And, you know, we talked a little bit. We talked about the garden, and we talked about my turkeys and stuff, because he was like, oh, I thought I heard some turkeys. And, yeah, so, you know, he's really, really nice dude, elderly, maybe in his 70s, late 60s or so. And so I was like, you know, hey, I appreciate you bringing it over, you know. And then as he was leaving, I told him, I said, hey, when I process my turkeys, you know, because I got some hatching out, do y'all want some or want one or two? And he said, well, hey, let me check with my brother, because he lives with his brother. He takes care of his brother. Very nice man. And he said, let me check with my brother, and then I'll let you know. I said, no rush. It's going to be a few months, you know, and if you forget, I'll just come on over there and remind you or ask you when I have them ready. So now, after that, he walks off, and we finished with the logs. Well, yesterday was feed day, so I had to go pick up feed from a feed store. And I go out to the feed store. I pile up with my feed. I buy all the month's feed at once. So I pile up with my feed. And as I'm leaving out the store, I'm struggling. I mean, I'm on the struggle bus, because this cart is packed, you know. And so I can't get through the door, and it's not like a, you know, so the doors are the double swing out doors, you know. So you try to push it with the cart, it won't go. So you gotta come around the other side and open the door and grab the bottom of the cart and pull it through and all that, right? And so, and this guy sees me. He's in his truck, you know. He sees me struggling, you know. And so he comes over, he runs over, and he tries to open both of the doors as I'm pulling the cart through.
You know, and I'm like, man, thank you. I appreciate that, man. I was over here struggling. He said, no problem, no problem. So he goes back to his truck. He's not even coming into the store, mind you, okay? He just came out to help. And now I go to my truck and I'm loading all the bags into the truck. He comes over. He said, hey man, you like 6 cents, son. I see your sticker on the side of your truck. I said, yeah. So 6 cents is a fishing lure company. So they have more stuff than just fishing lures, but anyway, it's a fishing company. And so I said, yeah, I like 6 cents, man. They're my favorite, you know. And he said, well, I tell you what, I got some fishing lures that I want to give you. Those soft plastics, if you understand what that means. So it's um, lures made out of plastic. And I said, wow, that's pretty awesome. So he brings out this big old bag and he's like fishing through it. He's like, this is a new prototype. This is a new color. And this is, I'm like, whoa, is this really happening? And so I asked him, I said, are you affiliated with them or something? Because I wanted to help him out. You know, I wanted to, you know, if he had a affiliate link or something, I wanted to be able to you know, purchase off of his link and help him out. But he was like, no, I just like him, you know. And he was like, my wife will be happy to know that I gave some away. I was like, wow, that's amazing, man. And so he gave me a few tips on the lures that he had gave me, like how he uses them and whatnot. And I mean, that was just amazing, right? And so I'm feeling good, right? You know, I got my logs. My neighbor brought my mail over. I offered a turkey to my neighbor. And this guy, he helps me out. So I'm like, wow, this is a nice day. So as I'm pulling out, I see an elderly gentleman with his hood up. And he's sitting there on the phone. He's talking. And I'm like, let me pull over there and see what he needs. So I went ahead and pulled over there. He said, yeah, I need to clean off my battery terminal. So I just need a wrench to loosen up the battery terminal so I can clean them off and hopefully get this thing fired up. I said, well, you're in luck. I got my tool bag in the back of my truck. So I pull my tool bag out and he he says, oh man, thank you, I appreciate it. So I give him an adjustable wrench. He sits there and he tinkers with his battery for a little bit, and you know, we talk because it was a beautiful day. And it's a beautiful day today too. But you know, we talk about the weather, of course, and you know, we just, you know, kind of enjoyed each other's company there for a little bit, you know. And then he got it all cleaned up, got back in the truck, cranked right on up, purred like a kitten. And so you know, he said, thank you, I appreciate it. And I said, no problem, no problem. He said, you know, we went our separate ways. And as I was getting in the truck, he said, you have a blessed day now. I said, thank you, you too. And so I'm driving home from there. And I was thinking the whole way, I said, man, this sequence of events was pretty doggone amazing. And it started with me getting a chip drop a couple weeks ago for these wood chips, and then me putting that post on Facebook about me requesting some logs, and then someone offered to bring me some logs for free. While that person is dropping off the logs, my neighbor brings me my mail. I offer him a turkey as he's leaving, and I go to the feed store. A man helps me open the door, gives me fishing lures. I'm feeling good. So I pull over to the guy that needs help with his truck, gets his truck started, and back on the road. And I mean, the whole time, nobody asked anybody about their political affiliation. Nobody sat here and, looked at each other about their skin color or anything. It was just Americans helping Americans. And man, I tell you what, that really did warm my heart. It really did. Um, it really gave me a different perspective. It's been a while since stuff like that has happened, you know? And it really gave me a perspective that, man, y'all know I have issues with anxiety and depression and, getting out and being around people and that kind of stuff. But days like yesterday really, really was a step forward for me. in my personal life. I shared this story on Facebook, and at the end of the post, I said, to go do something kind for someone today. And I got so many comments back like, man, that's so great. This is the good stuff, and I really like that comment where somebody said, this is the good stuff, and it really, really was, so anyway, I hope that my day yesterday, the story about it, touches someone, and that, just helps them. The simplest thing is opening a door for someone. You never know, that may brighten their day. Smiling for someone, showing, somebody walks by and you say hi and you smile and whatnot, that could brighten up their day. You see someone on the side of the road pulled over, hey, sometimes you gotta pull over and help people, and not rush through your day and think, oh, I gotta get to my next destination, so quickly. We're all neighbors here. We're all neighbors, and we're all in this together. Yesterday really touched my heart. I had to share it with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the rabbits and the small little garden tour there, and most of all, I hope that you enjoyed my story and that you just do something kind for someone, even if that's hitting like and subscribing. It's okay. I had to, guys. I had to. They found it funny. But anyway, y'all have a blessed day. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.